any money and you wanna go to college. Let me tell you something, it takes money to get knowledge. And you study here, tuition costs a wire. So every 9 years you pay double the price. Looking at the state of today, looking at the prices we pay. In the past 3 decades, tuition is smart. Faster than inflation, my question is why. And on top of that, are we getting our worth? College costs so much, it's making me hurt. Graduate and start your life, 20 grand in debt. Now you got bills to be buried to your death.
Hello, and welcome. I'm James Thomas. In this musical, awe-inspiring film, I shall be documenting the sharp increase in tuition in recent years, and ponder upon such questions like, why has tuition gotten such ways? And are we getting our full money's worth out of our degrees? I shall be exploring far and wide. Oh, thank you, Hilario. I shall be exploring deep and far for answers on why our tuition has gotten so high.
Jobs won't get you anywhere with tuition. 4 years school in 1981 would only cost $3 grand, but now it's $55. Why has it come to this? The answer lies in politics. Since the 1980s they've been cutting all college funding. Schools get more from us than the government now does. Pay for efficiency, pay for expenses, like building more buildings, higher paid faculty, gold-plated amenities, costing us a money. Government regulation at the school at the mean is hitting the pockets of you and me.
Alright, I've come here to talk to you about my video. In it, you can obviously see that tuition rates have substantially increased, and this is because the government has stopped funding colleges. And because of that, we get the tab the government used to pick up. And you can see that we actually pay more to the schools than the government does.
And the schools are the most efficient spenders. A good example of this is seen at Northern Illinois University.
They built these new dorm systems, so you can see that their tuition really increased after they built those.
Another good example these petty repairs in schools make is that Moraine Valley at the D building, they started repainting the whole building like the same color it was before, but the building was fine. There was nothing dirty about it, so a movie we watched in class called High School by Patrick Wiseman. A quote from there actually inspired the question I'm doing for this particular project. In there, this dean's talking to the student, and he's like, a man does what he's told, a man can follow orders, a man can, do all that stuff. And it kind of stuck with me. I realized that's the mindset of school, and that's been the same mindset the school's been giving me ever since, I've been going to school. It's kind of, do what you're told, do what everybody else is doing, then, you're going to go to college, and then all your chances go up, and you're going to be successful once you get a degree. I kind of realized, do we go through all this work in school, for nothing? Is it actually worth it? So, I've done some research on it and stuff, so that's what this whole project is about, and I hope you guys can take the songs, because the songs are explaining that, for the most part.
There isn't a doubt that we get far. Until I do the work to live in the car. Many work for money, under potential, like working as baristas or cashiers at McDonald's. You leave way back when, so you get $1 million more bucks. If you had a degree, then the ones who did not. But those numbers have dropped, now it's 280 per. But that's still better money than the ones who don't have. In 2010, we began to recover from recession, and since then 2 million jobs have been attained by bachelor degree holders. For ones with high school degrees, 24% don't have jobs, while 4-year degree holders have a 4.5% of unemployment. But the worth of your diploma is determined by your major rule.
Okay, so Miss Calabrese, thank you for letting us into your beautiful home. And I think that would be a great time to start sitting. So, where did you start high school?
So, of course, I went to high school and graduated in '67 in Maine East here in Park Ridge. And then went to Kendall College. It's a junior college in Evanston. At that juncture, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go to college or whether I wanted to go to the workforce right away. But I thought it would be pretty smart to at least start trying college and get a foot in the door into a major corporation.
Back then, did a lot of people get better jobs if they had like degrees back then?
Yeah, I would tell you probably, it's probably the same today as it was back in '67. I graduated in '69. It was a 2-year study. And at that juncture, it was probably smart to at least try to go to college and see if that worked for you at the time.
Okay, how much did it cost you?
It was $10,000. I paid for it on my own. My family was not very well off, so I worked as a part-time telephone operator at Central Tel in Park Ridge. So.
Did that help your education at all? Like, did that help pay for it?
Yeah, I mean, I could never have done it if I didn't work. And then my parents helped a little bit, but of course I paid for most of it.
So it was like 10 grand for the whole, both, so 5 grand a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that was '67, and it was a junior college, and of course I wasn't staying in the dorm, I was staying with my family. So I didn't have much of the expenses that most people have.
Okay, so like it. So did you go to United Airlines right after that?
Yeah, so what happened is I was ready to go to, I graduated as at the junior college. I was ready to go for a 4-year college, and a friend of mine said, United Airlines is hiring. So I thought, well, let me try that first. That was back in the summer of '69. And I tried it, and I was hired, so I opted to start my working career versus going on to a 4-year.
Okay, so you think, how long were you in there before you got like a higher management level?
So I started out as a clerk in reservations, and I was in non-management for a good 8-9 years before I made the decision that I wanted to move on. So I worked in all aspects of the company.
Okay, so you got a full...
So I got the full, and that's what happened to my resume, because I went from reservations, I did the tour desk, I did the airport, my resume started to look pretty good. And the fact that I had some college and stayed in college for the 2 years, I think helped a lot.
Do you think that the United Airlines taught you more about the workforce and like the school would have had?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what college taught me is really to stay with something and really do it and sustain what you needed to do, which helped me a lot in my management perspective. And then, of course, United helped as I started to do in lower management, and they start training you for other positions. So I think it was probably a combination.
Oh yeah, they definitely paid you to do that more, so to learn through that.
Yeah, well, United is a very unionized company, and so at that juncture, well, now it's 98% union. So I didn't get more, but I got a lot of opportunities, and I was the type of person that didn't want to stay in one job. I wanted to do other aspects of it, so it was fun for me.
Okay. You said that you were in under management jobs for 8 to 9 years?
Yeah, I was in non-management for about 9 years.
And then, do you think that college would, being in there for more than 4 years, would accelerate that,
Yeah, you know what? If I went to a 4-year college, I probably could have gotten into United in a management position. Probably.
Yeah, okay.
But to where I am today, or where I was in my 43-year career, I would tell you that it helped tremendously to start in non-management, though, because you then are credible. So if you're a supervisor over a non-management team or a unionized team and you did the job, they automatically like you.
Oh, yeah,
Because they think you've
credibility.
been there, done that, and got all the t-shirts for it, you know?
Okay.
So in that perspective, it helped me be respected and more credible to the unionized force than if I would have just gone into management from college.
That's okay, yeah, so it definitely helped you. Awesome. So you didn't get your full money's worth out of college?
Yeah, for me I did, because the other perspective is I wasn't, I was very shy when I went into college. My family moved from New Jersey to Illinois when I was a junior in college, and that was very difficult for me, so I kind of was on the background there, and it helped me be more social, and it helped me come out of my shell, if you will. So I think it would have been a lot harder going into a job, being shy like that, and trying to, versus going to college and meeting people and doing
Oh, yeah, get
things.
the
and-
whole sociability
yeah.
in there. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with us, man. This was awesome. This was
You're welcome.
great.
If you need anything else, just call me. I'm available for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. It was a
You're
pleasure.
welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure.